Hello, crafting friends. Let's turn my tree from Five Below tinsel tree into a fun fox velvet gingerbread tree. Have you ever made a faux velvet on your surfaces? It is super easy and it brings the climate right away. The direction for that are super easy. As you can see is I painted my tree with the brown color. It's going to be a little bit lighter when it dries, and then grab my baking soda and distributed it all around the surface of it, trying to make sure that no paint is visible. And even if the paint is getting saturated into my baking soda, I've added a little bit more. And then you do want to let it dry for 10-15 minutes. Do not use the heating tool. Just let it air dry it, and then grab the stiff brush and start to simply brush all that baking soda that did not get absorbed into your paint off. And as you can see is my paint is getting exposed, and I do have that nice deep chocolatey like finish to it. It takes a little while, but it's so worth it to see how quickly your surface is transforming. And look at this. Do you see how awesome is that? And now I do want to, of course, start to decorate it. So, of course, I got my hot glue gun that has the very precise tip. I'm going to actually link it down below, or actually you can see it on a screen, and use my fabric white glue to start creating some kind of a gingerbread design. I am into the swirls, so I'm going to be making a lot of swirls on it. As you can see is when you paint with the hot glue, it is a little bit different that you do use the paintbrush. So I try to leave the dot and just quickly remove my glue from the surface. There will be some kind of a hair growing out of it, but that's okay. Don't even worry about it. We are going to later troubleshoot that. So now it's time for my swirls. I'm just going to make those whimsical swirls going in all different directions with the glue, and try to, of course, make sure that I do have a full stick right loaded into my gun so I don't have to stop. And again, if you are trying it the first time and you never tried it before, repeating the lines you made is really actually easy. You just got to make sure that the tip is sitting right into your glue. And of course, I'm going to, in some areas, continue this pattern. In some areas, I'm just going to add a little bit of a dots. I tell you, I could be hot gluing the swirls all around everything, and I'm absolutely loving it. I would say if you do wanted to try this, take the cardboard and or any other surface and just simply try to paint with the hot glue, and get to know how you can squirt, all around on your actual project. So I'm absolutely in love with whatever it's happening. And of course, I'm going to be adding swirls here and there to make it look more interesting. And now look what I'm going to do. When everything is dry, I just simply got my heating tool and went over the areas where there was a little bit of the hair, and then it's just simply got it melt away. Even though my swirls are made out of the hot glue, but there is a thicker amount of the hot glue. So the thinner hairy things are just simply gone. So now with the second tier, I'm just going to create only tiers of the swirls. We're really not much of the dots. And again, you can see that there is a little bit of the hair that hot glue leaves in this whole process. It's again, you could literally heat it up after all is finished, or you can take the brush and nicely brush those thin hair away from your project. I bet you all know that. Let me know in the comments if you heard about that. So now I'm just going to continue swirling all around my tree, trying to make some kind of a pattern. So I'm going to bring on my third tier a little bit of the dots as I did have it on the first one, and just simply go from there. I was debating if I should just simply make those tiers on my tree separated if I should just use some kind of a border, but then I decided to simply have those swirls overlapped into another tier and just go from there. I so wish that my tree was a little bit bigger. I absolutely love this whole process. I love to experiment with everything. But as you can see is I do have my tree topper not painted with the faux velvet technique because I originally thought about putting some just only the diamond dust, but then I decided to just simply do it, so I had to stop, and now I'm just going to simply outline my star very simply, right, as it is, and keep it the way it is. And I may actually add later some kind of a pearl or something. And of course, got my little terracotta pot right in there. The base fits perfectly and my tree is done. Check out my little vignette that I have. My little gingerbread house Christmas trees are growing very rapidly. I cannot wait to show you vignette of all my gingerbread trees put all together when it's all done. Thanks for watching and let me know in the comments if you're going to be making one of those trees too.